Yo, producers, y'all gotta stop using the grid. You have to. You have to stop using the grid. You need to stop quantizing. Whatever you're doing, stop it, okay? It's whack. It's trash. It doesn't feel good. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. And it's me, They Call Me Heat. Now, if you're new to the channel here, I'm a music producer of over 10 years, and on my channel here, I show producers how to make some of the best boom bap hip hop style beats. So if you're into that, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please be sure to turn on all notifications, just so you don't miss any more videos after today, all right? Heat, what you mean? What you mean stop using the grid? What do you mean stop quantizing? Like, don't you quantize? Don't you use the grid? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, how can you tell me that? I know that's probably what a lot of y'all thinking right now, and it's cool. It's perfectly fine. It's fine. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. A lot of the time, what I'm hearing is a lot of y'all use the grid, use quantize, and you're on point, and everything is just so perfect. I don't like to use the grid. The grid is not something that I'm a fan of. The grid and quantizing, all of that takes away from the feeling of what you're doing. When you think about a drummer doesn't have a quantize button after they play, their drums. There's a lag, you kind of got to catch up to the lag, or if he lags, he kind of has to catch back up to what's going on. Let's get the vibe right in the room. Let's get the colors good. So I got this sample right here. Shout out to MSXI Audio. This is just an old pack that I have that this just came out of. And as you can see up here in the top left corner, when I hover over the clip, it says it's pretty much at like zeros. There's all zeros there. The first sound I ever add in the beat, I nudge it because that's what's gonna help give us that swing. That's what's gonna help us stop relying on the grid so much. So with this sound, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nudge it, and you can do that by just turning the snap off or wherever you use the snap at. So I turn that off to none, and then I hit shift and I go left, or right I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see like it has like a kind of a space there. So there's a little bit of time before the sample even starts playing, which causes you to have like a lag. And you can hear that there's kind of like a little space at the beginning. You can hear the space when it comes back around. That's okay. That's perfectly fine, because that's just the beginning. They're only going to hear that like one time, because when you move the sample over or you copy it over, it actually stays, and you can see that it connects right there. So anyway, I got some hi-hats here. And I even feel like I can nudge them more, because I can get, I can get a bit more groove. Yeah, I like the groove that we got so far. Let me actually pitch this down some. So now I found a good pitch. I think I like that pitch right there. You can do it a lot of different ways. So like with the snare, it's gonna make the beat sound a little like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a little early. But with the snare, that's the beauty of swing. Like, you can drag it off if you need to drag it off a little bit. It doesn't necessarily need to be right on the grid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my snap off, and I see that this is hitting at 0, so we'll probably take it to like 4. Let's see how it sounds when I do it like that. All right, I like that snare pattern. The snare pattern is a little early still, so that's fine. Let's turn the snap off and let's nudge it over a little bit. Yeah, and I got it nudged over like 10. That's how many times I've nudged it over to the right. So that's how much swing I'm creating. I know a lot of y'all are like, man, you can just turn the swing knob up and you good. Nah, fam, it's not the same, because the swing knob is going to take all of the notes and it's going to swing all the notes at the same amount of swing. When we're talking about drummers, they may be hitting a hi-hat, but because they're trying to hit the snare at the same time as the hi-hat, what happens is the snare sometimes gets hit first and then the hi-hat. It's not at the same time. It's always a little bit later. Sometimes they may come back and they're hitting the snare and the hi-hat again. They may hit the hi-hat first, and then they may hit the snare. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but swing doesn't allow that for you. The swing knob is a computer-based, AI generated thing. So you want to create your own swing. You don't want to rely on the computer to create that swing. If there's a snare that just sounds a little bit too early or a little bit too late, go in and move that one snare or those two snares. Swing, it's going to move all of them. It's going to swing all of them. So with this kick, I'm probably going to end up doing it myself just because I'd rather play something out. All right, now with the kick, most of the time I don't necessarily have to nudge like this, but with the sample is a little weird timing wise, so I will have to nudge it in order to keep the same feel as the other drums. Normally I don't have to nudge this much when it comes to like the kick and the snare. Sometimes if you do too much swing, you do get more of that off-kilter feel. Let's say like Madlib, DiBiase, people like that. You'll get more of that feel by doing it this way as well. Now that is definitely a way of not using quantize, or allowing yourself to not use the grid and allowing you to just feel what's going on there. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna do a bass line, but I'm not gonna quantize the bass line whatsoever. I'm actually gonna leave it exactly how I played. And this is another trick or another way that you can get that swing, you can get that off-kilter feel by honestly just changing your latency. So let's say you don't have like an Apollo interface like me where you can have your latency really low. Mess with the latency and turn it down as much as you can, because what happens is the less latency that you have, the more that you can have the more accurate that you can be when you're playing like your hi-hats, your kicks, and your snares and stuff like that. I'm fortunate enough to be able to turn my latency down to a good amount of latency where you can't really feel it, you can't really hear it, you can't really notice it. So that's good for me. I'm gonna lay this bass line down right quick, and then that'll pretty much finish this beat as far as showing y'all how to create more swing and just stop using the quantize. Just cut it out. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, this is actually, not my favorite beat. I think Benny the Butcher would be crazy on this one right here. He would go nuts. Somebody tag him in the comments or something. So we gotta get him in here. He gotta start seeing this content. He gotta start seeing these beats or these videos or something, man. We gotta get him in here. But anyway, so I hope this helps somebody understand more about quantize. I hope this helped and opened up your perspective more about quantize and more about swing, and creating your own swing, not allowing the computer or your hardware device to create that swing for you. Getting more acquainted with turning the quantize off. Even if you mess up, that's fine. Do that mug 50 times, do that mug 100 times, redo that take. However many times you have to do it until you understand how it really feels when you just kind of just, you're just doing it. You're not really worrying about the metronome. You're not, you know what I mean? Once you lay, like, a good trick is to lay the hi-hats down. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this inspires somebody to go create. Go cook that boom back. All right. That's what I hope to inspire everybody, with my videos, is that they go and cook up or go and use these tips and these gems to make something new. So I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Make sure that you hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, and don't forget, please turn on all notifications just so you don't miss any more videos. And if you are a member of Patreon, these sounds are available right now on Patreon, so go ahead and grab it up. Go ahead and grab these sounds up, cook up something, put some swing in your beats, get some flavor in the beats. That's what I say, put some flavor in your beats, you know what I'm saying? So when you enter these beat battles with me, or you submitting stuff for me to listen to, you know what I'm saying, you making my neck be like, yeah, I feel that, boy, yeah. Pause. Peace out, y'all.